Being a single mom is not the flex that you think it is. Yeah, we're strong. Yeah, we hold it down, and yeah, we do what we gotta do because we have to. Because you know what? If we don't do what we gotta do, we get our kids taken away. When I start seeing people like in my single mom era or something that has to do with being a single mom and it being like a flex, it's not the flex you think it is. This is so ghetto. This is real pain to the chest, not just because of you and your situation, but because of your kids. Because you know that this is going to affect your kids. I'm a single mom. And it wasn't until I was a single mom that I learned on many lessons that I should have learned a long time ago. It becoming a normal thing, it's so sad. It just makes me so sad for the kids. It makes me so sad for everyone involved. Like, people think this is the flex. Oh, you're a boss, babe. Or you're this, you're that. Babe, I don't want to be this. I have no choice but to do this because I decided to not pay attention to what the fuck I was doing. Because a feel-good moment was going to be a life-changing event for me. And although I love my daughter, and if it wasn't for her, I would have learned so many things that I should have learned. It shouldn't have taken me to this point for me to learn what I needed to learn. It shouldn't have. Either way, I would have met her and with any person because that soul was meant for me. No matter what. This is not what you think it is. And yeah, we're built for this, but we have no choice.
I love when men come in my comments telling me to lower my standards. Like, no, no, absolutely not. Like, they think that I think I'm just too good for most men. No, that's not the case. I just know what I want. I come from the most amazing parents with the most amazing loving marriage of almost 40 years. They raised me really well, and my dad has set the bar very high. He has set a very high standard. My dad is a provider. He is a protector. He's the most hardworking man I know. He still tells my mom all the time how beautiful she is, calls her princess. They hang out together all the time. Like, they love spending time together. So yeah, the bar is high, as it should be. I'm not going to settle, and you shouldn't either.
A few moments later.
Let me list out the red flags that I missed. He knows this happened. I don't really care what he says. Like, he knows that he did these things. He knows. He knows. These were very distinct things that he did to progress everything. So keep in mind when this is happening, I am a naive, loving, trusting woman in this situation. Thought this was real. I thought he was being genuine. In my mind, I'm like, he's a lot older than me. He's a dating coach. He knows what he's doing. He's not going to be doing and saying these things if he doesn't mean it, right? Wrong.
Okay, is anybody else like genuinely concerned at how normalized it has become to like act like somebody you're not when you're dating? Like, why do I have to act aloof and act nonchalant? Why do I have to distance myself and dim my light and act like I don't like somebody that much when I do? Like, that's so stupid. Why are we doing that? Why would your husband act this way? No, he wouldn't. But guess what? I'm not gonna assume any dude that I barely know is my husband. That's not healthy. You're supposed to let him come to you. You're supposed to let him initiate the moves and the plans. Okay, I hear you, and I want that. But also, is it wrong to just be an adult woman and be like, hey, I like you. I would like to see you. Can we set something up? Is that wrong? I don't think it is. I think that's called healthy adult communication. But we're so bent up on all of these rules, these dating rules. What the And ever since I moved to LA, it's gotten 10 times worse. Y'all are dogs out here. Like, my authenticity is my biggest strength. My authenticity, my genuineness, my heart, it's my biggest strength, you know? And every time I try and shrink it down to try and be aloof, I don't feel like myself and I don't with it, you know what I mean? So, like, anyway, I'm so over modern dating. I'm like the rest of you. I give up. I give up.
A few moments later.
That's why you gotta do your research, man. These modern women out here acting a fool and be playing innocent the next day, the next moment.
All right, look, would you ever take your ex back and why?
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because he did me the right, actually. Okay, everything about that
Wait.
nigga. Everything.
Why'd you leave him then?
I didn't leave him.
He cheated on you?
No. He just lost feelings.
Huh?
He just lost feelings.
Type
And modern women have to realize and start understanding and recognizing accountability really in the long run is going to be your best friend.
So I just made a video talking about how if the world ends, I just want one boyfriend. And I'm looking through the comments because it went kind of crazy. And I am genuinely surprised at how many people are 25 plus, 27 plus specifically. I'm 27. And we've never been in love. What's going on? What is the problem? What is the issue? Why is it so many of us? Like, I'm genuinely scared. Like, it's literally thousands of comments. Like, I'm 25, never been in love. I'm 34, never been in love. Like, what? Where did the lovers go?
So Hannah in the comments says, men are effing awful. Another woman, New York Nene, says, men are the problem. I refuse to believe that I have had a hand in this. That's why you have never had a boyfriend.
Men are simple, women are complicated. We simple, we too simple actually. You don't believe me? Let me tell you how to treat a woman, how to treat your wife. You'll stay married for 100 years. Wine her, dine her, call her, hold her, surprise her, compliment her, smile at her, listen to her, laugh with her, cry with her, romance her, encourage her, believe in her, pray with her, pray for her, cuddle with her, shop with her, give her jewelry, buy her flowers, hold her hand, write love letters to her, go to the ends of the earth and back again for her. How to treat a man. Show up naked, bring chicken wings, don't block the TV. You know what? I stand on the show. That's it.
Yeah, I'm sure being in the military is hard, okay? But have you ever caught feelings for a that will change you?
As a single mom of 3 kids, I will not be dating men that have kids. You guys are not to be taken seriously. Nobody wants you because your baby mama left you for a reason. If you are not licking the floor that I walk on, you are not going to be with me. Like, my standards are so much more higher now than before I had kids, which is insane. So if you want to be with me, you're going to have to be a stepdad of 3 kids. I have 2 boys and a little girl, and my kids are fine. I know what comes with dating somebody with kids, and I don't want it. I don't want none of the drama. I don't give a fuck about your baby mama. If you're gonna be a stepdad, you are gonna have to pay for some of my kids' things. Like, if you want to take that role of a stepfather, you have to pay for some of their things. There's just no way that you're just gonna be my partner and not a father figure for them, you know? A lot of you may ask yourself, what are you gonna bring to the table, Lindsay? What are you gonna, my love and affection and my time. Like, that's what I'm gonna bring to the table. You're gonna be with me because you love me, not because you have to use me for your benefit. Like, I am traumatized, okay? So you either love the enemy and of my kids, or you're just not gonna be with me at all.
This video was so dumb I had to make it while I'm doing cardio. This girl writes, POV, he started dating me as a single mom of 3 kids, asked me to marry him, is moving me and my kids into his house, is gonna give me my dream wedding, and is always trying to get me pregnant. And I'm gonna use a little metaphor to help describe why this is so embarrassing, especially for the guy, is because I know to her, she's over here being like, oh my God, I found the perfect guy. Like, look at what he's willing to do for me. But I wanna put this in perspective. Instead of let's talking about dating, let's pretend this was an employer talking about somebody that he was hiring for a job. Let's say we saw an employer bragging about the fact that he got an employee to sign up for $2 an hour. There's no health benefits. You have to work 80 hours a week, and they got this employee to say yes. You would assume, wow, that guy's really desperate for money. You wouldn't look at the employer and go, oh, he must really be passionate about this job. You'd assume the person that said yes to this must be really desperate for cash. Because when you're bragging about the fact that you're a single mother of 3 kids and this man just came in, swooped in, and basically gave you everything you've ever wanted, this is not a man who has a plethora of options. What is most likely happening here, and overall happens in most of these situations, is this is an unspoken exchange between the two. This guy probably does not have a plethora of female options hitting up his phone, so he's exchanging the fact that he has a good life, he's got a house, a good job, and you are unstable, you don't have anyone to take care of you, and you have 3 kids, and you're basically using him for the fact that he's able to provide for you. It's an unspoken exchange that you guys both lack in certain areas and then overcompensate for each other. Too many girls think that they're flexing how valuable they are by saying things like this and saying like, oh my God, like look at the perfect man that I found, when all that you're doing is making it very glaringly obvious that this man had no options. That is why in most of these cases, the men are normally much older than these women. They're normally overweight. They're not as physically attractive. These are men that are overcompensating for their lack of options. And I guarantee you, this girl would have probably said yes to any man that was willing to come into her life and basically take over the same way that this guy did. They look at you as a human form of government assistance in some sense. Because moral of the story here, stop embarrassing yourself and your husband, because neither of you look like you have any options. But that's just my opinion. But hey, what do you think?
So girls call themselves a 10 because it's a negotiation tactic. They're trying to get the most out of a relationship with putting in the least. So if they know that they're like a 5 or a 6, but they say they're a 10, they're just trying to see if there's someone out there that's willing to believe that maybe they're a 7 or an 8 and willing to pay for that. So it's a negotiation tactic. Most women know, even if it's just subconsciously, that they're not a 10, because even the ones that are close to being a 10 are insecure. Every girl has securities. It doesn't matter how beautiful or young or anything she is. She has an insecurity. And if anyone has an insecurity, how could they possibly be a 10? Because they're not perfect. So don't let them fool you into believing that they actually think they're a 10. They don't. They're just trying to get the highest bidder.
One of my biggest fantasies right now, having my husband, telling to him I want to make a home with a lot of guys, and looking in the eyes of my husband and say, I love you, baby. That for me is the trust that I can have in a person. Anything that it can happen, doesn't matter. Next day, we're gonna watch a Netflix movie. We're gonna be on the sofa cuddling. It's the trust that we have with each other.
Oh man.
Okay, y'all, don't beat me up when I say this, but I really don't understand all the commotion with a nigga $30 to his girl. Mind you, this is coming from somebody who is not low maintenance at all. I get it, and it's supposed to add on to what you got going on, but if you're not even doing that in the first place, you're crazy. And all that feeling entitled shit and it's supposed to do, and you ain't supposed to do back, ain't gonna get you nowhere. Well, oh my mama, you eat that Wendy's $5 biggie bag. I didn't see you get it before, but when it comes to your life, you want to act like you eat Ruth's Chris. You only been a Ruth's Chris once and you didn't like how that bill came out because it was too high for your ass. You want to send you Ruth's Chris money when on a regular day you munching on a $5 biggie bag, extra barbecue, spicy nuggets, and a strawberry lemonade? I know your order. I seen you get it, but you mad at him? Come on, baby girl. It don't work like that. Now, if you a Ruth's Chris everyday type of bitch, I'm not mad. The $30 ain't gonna cut it. But if you eating McDonald's, Wendy's, burger, that $30 gonna get you 2-3 meals. Get with a nigga on Chanel and go yard and get on a yacht, but you ain't never even been on no. Now, if you living with like a yacht type, it better come and add to this. But bitch, you ain't never been on no yacht. I know to make me a girl, cause I'd be a cold. You couldn't get a dime up out of me on my best day.
You done got full off your meal?
Oh, facts.
Yeah, so since the food was good and everything, you know, when we get home, I get to, you know,
Get to what?
play the game with the boys.
No.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Like, you supposed to spend time with me.
But that's what we doing now.
Okay, so you just gonna go home and neglect me.
Okay, all right. Hey, you mind splitting this for us, please? Thank you. What?
Come on.
No, you said I can't play the game, so I'm gonna split the check.
No, okay, you got jokes. You're not splitting it.
To go home and spend some time together with my wife.
I don't want to spend no time with you.
Wait, why?
Have you lost your ever mind? First of all, you're not even holding my food for me.
I didn't get leftovers. You did.
Okay, split the check. Split the check.
But that's you said I couldn't play the game, so I said we split the check.
Money. Stop playing with me.
You said you wanted to hang out with me.
First of all, you got me out here looking stupid. And on top of that, you talking about some split the check. We 50-50 now? Is that what we doing? Because I'll do that. I'll do that.
No, we're not 50-50. But Haley, you said, I asked you a simple question. You gave me a simple answer. So now you dealing with simple consequences.
Oh, okay. So it's that. When you want to spend time with me or when I want to spend time with you, it's going to cost me some money. That's what you're saying. You gonna lay down your husbandly duties. That's what, you know what?
Money be trying to get himself in trouble.
I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with you.
No, I know.
She got
screwed by an entire platoon of army guys, which was her choice. But like,
there's
is that
nothing
healthy
wrong-
behavior?
No,
Is
but
that-
she's
are
not
you
the
saying
same
there's nothing
person
wrong
she
with that?
was years ago.
Facts.
What if she finds that healthy?
It's objectively not healthy.
No.
Sleeping with an entire platoon of army guys that needs
There's
to be
nothing
fixed.
wrong with her.
As a person or her
Yes.
actions?
Everybody's made mistakes.
So is there nothing wrong with making mistakes?
I think you learn from them.
Has she learned from all of her mistakes? Because she's sitting here saying, I got a lot of work to do on myself.
I mean, I do, but I
Agree or disagree? Women would rather hear comforting lies than uncomfortable truths.
agree.
The pattern I see is women take criticism as an attack on like their self, like their
soul.
being,
It
like
is.
who they are. You say it is, but like I literally welcome criticism from my friends and the people
Yeah.
closest to me. Like
You're a
when
man.
I'm,
100%.
I know, but when I'm screwing up, I'm like, tell me all the areas where I'm screwing
Can
up.
you-
People will tell me, Chase, like you're arrogant, you're hot-headed, you get angry. People will tell me you don't respond to criticism well, all these different things. I don't hear that and think, oh, I'm just a terrible person. I hear that and it's like, okay, there's room for growth.
Yeah.
But women seem to take it as like an assault on their
Soul attack.
being.
You make me so angry sometimes. You know that, right?
Yeah, you make me angry too. What are we gonna talk about? The fact that you don't like the place and that's it? I'm not being funny, I'm being dead serious.
So what are we gonna do? Because I don't know anymore. How do you feel like getting like separate places? Maybe taking a break?
I'm with it.
I don't want that, I don't know. But I feel like maybe a break would be good for both of us.
My break is gonna be in New Jersey. So
you're gonna go back to Jersey if you break up?
what I be out here for? I only came out here because you. What would I be here? I don't like these guys over here. Because if we gonna break up, like I said, when I don't backtrack. When I'm done, we're done. And then you feel some type of way, you catch me out with somebody, I'll pass. Because when I'm single, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So you sure?
Why are you looking at me like that? I'm trying to be serious. I love you. Like, I don't want to be with anyone else, but I think we should take a break. You don't think we need a break?
I just don't take breaks. When I'm done, I'm done. So I don't know what to do.
So we're done? Because I think we need a break either way. And I'm not saying I want to break because I want to leave.
See, but this is where I was going with it, right? When I wanted to leave, and my mind was set on leaving, why didn't you let me leave?
We ain't going nowhere.
Because you don't want me to go nowhere.
Hell no.
Oh.
You're still not going nowhere.
So what are you talking about?
We're gonna take a break. When our lease is up.
What do you mean? Are you sure? Are you sure that's how?
I'm sure that, yeah, we need a break, but I still love you.
Yeah, I do love you, but I don't take breaks. I can't control what you want to do. If you feel like you need to date somebody else, then go ahead. Because what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to persuade you to stay with me. If you feel you have to leave for you is being with somebody else, then that's what you got to do.
Excuse me, you have like the skinniest waist and the fattest ass in this gym.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I just want to let you know that.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet.
You've got the fattest arse and the tightest waist in this gym. Sorry.
Do y'all want to know what I despise? I hate when somebody tell me like, oh, I know somebody don't play about you. In fact, that's all they do is play. Sorry.
Me personally, my man, he cannot be no. If I get into an argument, I need you ready to shoot this club up, and I mean actually.
Y'all hear that? You gotta be ready to air out the club whenever she gets in a random argument. Can you imagine? Ooh, alright. So this is where I'm going to be staying for the next 20 years, okay. Hey, I guess we'll be bunking together. Can I have the bottom bunk? Oh, I have to die for it? Okay, then I'll take the top one. What am I in here for? Well, I had a girlfriend and I kind of had to impress her. She said that she had to be able to use my name as a threat, you know? So we went to the club and she got into a random argument and I had to show out. I had to air the club out. So now I got 20 to life and several people have lost loved ones and people are hurt. And I think they returned fire and she was struck in the leg, but yeah, I did what she asked me to do. I could have just walked away, but I really needed to impress her. So. You are really tall. No, I don't have any commissary. She didn't put any money on my books. So no, I won't be getting any noodles or snacks or anything like that. I just want to go home, man. Yeah, I won't be any bother. What's your name? Oh, that's a scary name. Guard?
Where are the men who protect and provide? Nowhere to be found because you're trying to get me put in jail.
Go up to a guy in a bar and you introduce yourself, which is like, the next question was like, what do you say if you introduce yourself? Like literally, or if you go up to a guy, Literally just introduce yourself. You have to, which I realized later on, like you have to put yourself in the other person's perspective that you're going up to. Like I'm trying to think, like imagine yourself, you're in a bar and someone comes up to you, whether it's a guy or a girl, or just like someone trying to be friendly. Unless you're a raging like asshole dick of a person, you're never going to be like, that person's a weirdo. Like you're never going to judge someone for coming up to you to introduce themselves. And if they are, then that's just not a person you want in your life at all.
Now, men, be honest and put it in the comments. Is it the brain of a woman for you, the way she thinks, or is it her body?
This dude just hopped out of the car on me. He said, Miss Mellady, you dropped something. I turned around annoyed because I don't have nothing on me to drop. I said, what? He said, you dropped this money. I said, I don't carry money on me. Y'all, his number is on a $20 bill. He said, yeah, lunch on me, call me. I'm gonna go to Popeyes.
Shooters.
To the woman that keeps screaming, I don't need a man. Stay from around me. I ain't got nothing for you. Stay from around me. I don't know about you. I might be great financially, but I need me a good man. Hand me one of them, please, Lord. Please and thank you. I feel like every time I say, or us women say, we don't need a man for we're doing ourselves a disservice. You tripping? I need me a man, baby. I need me a man physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because guess what? Ben Franklin is not going to hug me at night. Ben Franklin is not going to give me those words of encouragement. Ben Franklin is not going to affirm me and tell me that he's proud of me. Look, you can keep that strong black ass woman mentality over their whole. I needs me a man. I don't know about you, baby, but I could use me a good one, baby. Have me a whole good one that can add to the team. Listen, you keep that safe around me. Energy is real, and I don't want that shit to jump off accidentally, attack me. Now all of a sudden I'm INDEP. No, by me around me. Energy is real, and I don't want that shit to jump off accidentally, attack me. Now all of a sudden.
If you see me preaching online that I only like them big, why the f would you try to approach me and you know you got a mini-me? If I like them big, I like them big. I don't want a Vienna sausage. I don't give a how fine you are. I don't give how much money you got. I don't care. I'm not one of them. What I like is what I like. And I'm telling you what I like, and then you approach me and you're missing the materials. I'm a very person, especially when I'm comfortable with someone. And there's no way I want to be with you, and you can't please me the way I want. And I can't please you the way that I want because you come up a little too short. What I like is what I like. Respect that. You thought you were going to be different? You thought I was going to give you a chance because you look good and you had a little money? No. Vienna sausage? No, thank you. Daddy long leg?
Why can't I find a man? No men want me.
There is nothing on this planet more disturbing than the way a man treats a woman that he is not attracted to. They have no patience for them. They won't listen for a moment. They won't even pretend to.
The amount of creatures that I've seen enter the chat about this 21 with no kids challenge and bring up the fact that some women don't have kids because men didn't want to get them pregnant. Are y'all okay? Are y'all okay? Half of y'all, the men didn't want to get you pregnant. Right? If we call up those men right now and ask them that they want to get you pregnant, they're going to say no. They're going to say they asked you to get rid of that baby and you wouldn't. All right, so to even sit up and fix your disgusting, dirty neck to be somewhere talking about the men ain't getting these women pregnant because these women ain't attractive enough. Trust and believe, if you manage to get pregnant and have babies, anybody can. Anybody can. All right. You know how people say men are easy and they'll sleep with anything? You're the anything. You're the anything. So to be sitting up here and trying to throw jabs at childless women and say that the reason why they don't have kids is because they not attractive enough. It absolutely has nothing to do with that. Let me tell you what it has to do with. It has to do with you opened up your legs and that's how you have babies. Very simple concept, right? All right. A lot of you dog-faced 304s, it didn't even require that man to have to look you in your eyes when he did it, right? He had you bent over from the back and impregnated you. Right? He didn't even want to look you in your face while he had to do it. I had a girl come at me crazy on the live the other day about me not having no kids. Went and looked at her picture. Ain't no way you somewhere questioning me not having no kids when somebody got you pregnant. he was down bad. He was down bad so much that man ran off to another state because he didn't want nothing to do with her or the child. And it's so unfortunate for the child, but you animals gotta stop. You animals gotta stop, right? Because if y'all getting pregnant, ain't no way you questioning anybody not being able to get pregnant.
I just had a conversation with my brother, and he said something that was so eye-opening but also heartbreaking at the same time. He was talking about how detrimental it is for boys to be raised by a single mom. And I was like, yeah, but sometimes that can't be helped, and that's just, the way that it goes. And I was like, and I think that it's really up that society villainizes, single moms as if like the mom became single on her own, right? And that's neither here nor there, but that was a conversation we were having. And he was like, yeah, but I think that as women, I think that women have a certain responsibility when they find themselves in that predicament to search or to look to the men in their lives. Not saying like get another man to replace the man you had, but like look to the men that are already in your life to supplement that need, right? So like the kids' uncles, cousins, whatever, friends of yours that you've had for years, like those are the men you should then look to kind of fill in that gap. We were talking a little bit more, and at one point he was like, the thing that women don't understand that makes it very detrimental to their sons when they're raising them on their own is that a woman cannot give a young man the challenges that he needs to become a man. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And he was like, masculinity has to be challenged. Masculinity has to be challenged the way that femininity has to be protected. And a woman cannot challenge a man. So as his mom, you cannot challenge that boy. And I was like, what the, like, I'm still his mom. So yes, like I do challenge my son. I don't just give things to him. I make him work for. And he was like, no, you cannot challenge him in the way that a man would challenge him, because the second that he feels like he's above your authority, there will come a day, in teenage years when that happens, that is when you can no longer challenge him as a man, because he will not see you as his equal. He will see you as like, you're a woman, so you're beneath me. And that is when a man in his life that is strong is necessary to challenge him, to make him stand on what he said or what the hell he's trying to do and prove to me that you're a man, basically. And a woman cannot do that. And I had never heard somebody explain that in that way. And that's just like so heartbreaking for all of the single moms out there who have no choice but to raise these boys, because what the are you supposed to do? Like go out and find some man out in the street, you know what I mean, to challenge your son? Like that's just, that's crazy to me. But let me know what y'all think. Do you guys agree? Do you think that that's like overthinking it? Love to hear your feedback.
This is what I say in a lot of my videos. The only reason that you have the power that you have is because a man hasn't checked you. That's literally it. That's what law enforcement is. If the police officer or any man that had any type of power decided to wield that strength, physical strength, you're done for. And if women start to understand this, that men are being actually benevolent by going in a corner and playing a game, you would understand just how lucky you were that the men weren't in your face challenging you as they would some of their other friends.
Sis, can I share something with you? This is for all my over 30 ladies that are trying to figure out why a lot of the men that you go on dates with, or a lot of the men that you've tried to have a relationship with, don't want to fool with you anymore. Let me share. You too much work. I know a lot of you will say, well, they just want somebody young and dumb. No, he wants somebody fun, friendly, who doesn't have all these rules, that are not so argumentative, that are not always angry, that are not always being offended, that is always on the defensive, that is always taking everything the wrong way. Too many women of today, you got this long list of requirements, first of all, that you don't even meet up with, and then you're just not fun to be around. You always find fault. You always got something negative to say. You always feel like you got to get him together, check him, tell him what you're not going to put up with and what you're not going to do. And he leaves you because he's like, who wants to marry a headache? Who wants to marry somebody who always frowning? Who wants to be with somebody who's never in a good mood or has always got all these rules and regulations that I got to follow, all these reasons to nitpick and find something wrong? Sis, you're going to have to get your attitude together. A man wants a woman, first of all, that's secure in herself, not to be offended by everything, that wants to be friendly, that wants to be joyful, that wants to see something good in him. You can always find fault. It's easy to find fault and to pick flaws out, but you got as many as he do, but you don't want him to say anything about yours, but you want to walk around with this big attitude thinking men are intimidated by your success. No, they turned off by the attitude and the entitlement that comes along with it. Now I have this video called 3 Keys to Fix Your Marriage When the Disrespect is Out of Control. Watch it. It'll help you. Remember that today and carry on.
Oh, they're not going to click on that. They don't want to know nothing about fixing nothing but they bank account.
So over the last few days, I've had multiple men admit to me that they would willingly date a homeless woman, provided she was attractive to him, nice, and overall easy to get along with. And I found this fascinating because I think it really continues to remind me how men and women really do value different things in relationships. And of course, I'm speaking generally, right? Every person is different, but by and large, like in heterosexual relationships, we know that there are certain things men tend to be attracted to, and there are certain things women tend to be attracted to. And I'm reminded constantly that men generally are not moved by a woman's career or education or how much money, but it's really more about her feminine qualities, the way that she shows up and how she is able to interact to that man. Like, the intangible qualities are so important. And so while I wouldn't say it's wrong for a woman to have a good career or, to do what she's passionate about, nothing wrong there. I think it's just such a important reminder that those things do not and cannot substitute for the qualities needed to have a relationship. The intangible qualities of being a feminine woman, of being nice, of, being a helpmeet, being able to work together with a man, like that cannot be substituted for a degree. I mean, in some ways, I believe men really are simple. I mean, I don't really think it takes much. Just being nice, being attractive to that man, knowing how to cook really helps. Like, I think it's really just basic stuff. And having that conversation and hearing over and over and over again men say, we just want fit, feminine, friendly women. I'm like, is it really that simple? Maybe it's not as hard as we're making it out to be. Maybe the problem is people are trying to offer things up that don't really matter in the larger scheme of things. But I don't know. I'm curious. What do you guys think? Do you agree? Would you date a homeless woman if, she was fit, feminine, friendly, or if she was, attractive to you and someone that you got to get along with? Like, what do you think about that?
So I just went to dinner by myself at this pretty nice restaurant. I've since changed. The couple next to me at the bar was like very first date vibes. Could have been second, could have been third, but pretty first date vibes. She was completely trauma dumping. Like this poor man could not even get a word in. And about her family and about her childhood, about her siblings, about her weight, about politics. He was like, no, I don't want to go there. And he got the bill halfway through the meal. Again, why you don't go to a dinner on a first date. And then I heard like, I'm not trashed. And he was like, drink water. I don't know what was said before that. And by that time, as he's paying, she like starts going into all the men who slide up in her DMs and message her. Just a reminder to you all, confidence is quiet. Insecurity is very loud.
Women in trouble again. We already know that on average, women pay about $8,000 more for owning a car than men. But is it always the dealer's fault?
I'm going to tell you guys, as a 19-year-old with $45,000 in debt, please don't get a finance car. Nobody knows I'm struggling because I was ashamed of it. Like,
they cover up their shame with makeup, eyelashes, hair, fake hair, because they know they're going to get men and especially other women to tell them so much all the time. Girl, you look so good though, girl. You look at that, boosts their self-esteem so they can keep their mind off of the mess that they've made with their life.
I got paid $1,144.85. Y'all, that's every 2 weeks, y'all. And you guys are like, oh, tell your dad. Why would your dad do that, y'all? He wanted to see me happy. I was begging him.
He probably got tired of her begging. And y'all know how it goes. Mom and her probably put pressure on him and said, you need to do this for your daughter. You don't do much, or you haven't done this and da 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 da, and you left us like this and all kind of stuff. So he said, okay, you know what? I'll co-sign for you.
Car ain't gonna be no next car. If I can't go to the dealership and buy that car in cash, y'all, I'm not finna buy a car.
One of the next thing that she may end up trying or doing, she might be doing it now, is working that pole or somehow selling that thing.
Paying bills is a man's job. A man's job.
And what exactly is the woman's job in this particular relationship scenario? I have seen a lot of women express this very same opinion in regards to, shall we say, the gender roles in relationships. But I see very little expressed in regards to what exactly the women are doing. And the better question is, are they married or are they just dating? Because I have seen some individuals that actually think that men should be supporting women while they're dating, and I do not agree with that. But in my opinion, when it comes to successful relationships, relationships are partnerships, and each individual should be contributing equally, if not differently, to the overall success of that relationship. So, if the man is providing all of the financial support, what exactly are the women in those situations doing to contribute to the success of the relationship? I do believe that this is something that should be further discussed.
Give that man some Gucci. Why am I hearing that husbands now are going 6 to 8 months to a year without having sex with their wives? That is crazy. And then y'all wonder why men cheat. And this is not a health excuse. Y'all are just like, I'm too busy. We're too busy. No one's ever too busy not to reconnect with their partner. Okay? No one is ever too busy. I'm pretty sure Obama and Michelle was getting it down. All right? Don't ever use that as an excuse. Somewhere the connection was lost, and y'all need to talk that over. Okay? Because y'all should not be going that long without showing each other intimacy. Both of y'all have needs. Okay? And it's not just about you as a woman. You need to think of that man too. That's crazy.
The reason why I blame men for why women cheat, and I'll always say it's your man's fault, and you guys get really upset with me and be like, no, she's got no morals, That same woman is very loyal to somebody else in her life, and she will be. She's just not loyal to you. Women that are dealing with men that are too passive, that are the most disloyal. It's the women that are dealing with the nice guy. It's the women that are dealing with the man that can't set boundaries. A man that comes to me who's been cheated on, he will tell me, I never stopped her from doing anything. I allowed her to go on holidays whenever she wanted. I allowed her to come home whenever she wanted. She could post whatever she wanted on Instagram, and she still cheated on me. And I say to them, duh. And it's because men haven't understood the psychology of women. Yes, we say we want freedom, but really we need boundaries. And when we don't have any, what will happen is you'll attract women that want complete and utter freedom. Women who want freedom don't want commitment, they don't want compromise, and they don't want to be loyal to their partner.
So before I get into my rant, I just want you guys to understand that I don't condone cheating, whether it's men cheating or women cheating. I've always stood by that, and I think it's absolutely disgusting. I'm not going to disagree with her completely because she does have a fair point. The reason why I'm saying that is because the reason why men do a lot of the dumb stuff they do is because women enable them. People like to say, oh, men cheat, men this and that, but who keeps taking them back? You guys. The more you stop taking these dumb men back, the more they're going to stop doing it and realizing who's going to take us. And the moment women stand together and stop pretending they're girls, I guarantee you there wouldn't be cheating. Because if a girl actually respected a man in a relationship, there wouldn't be that. But that's not going to happen, is it? So let's get to the point. My biggest thing is with this type of stuff, no one should have to sit over you like you're a child and tell you what to do and how to do things. Y'all women want to act grown until it's time to be grown. Cheating is such a childish thing to me. I don't have to have a man tell me, hey, call me at this time. If you go out, do this and that. I already know what to do. I already know I got a man, leave me alone. I already know if I'm hanging out with my friends and they want to go, some of my friends are single. They want to go with some other guys. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to call my man to come pick me up. I'm not doing single activities. Nobody had to implement these things in my mind. I already know not to do these things because I'm not a cheater. I wouldn't want to be cheated on, and I don't want nobody to run me and hurt me, so I would never do that to somebody else. This is something I never want to have a partner experience while being with me. I might have my ways, y'all. We're all toxic or have certain things that we come with. I might have a mouth on me, but I will never cheat on you. This to me only enables women. I think women need to lock it up and start being a little bit better. There's nothing wrong with wanting attention and being beautiful and stuff like that, but y'all sometimes take way too far. If you're going to be a person who's running amok in a relationship, keep your little ass single. And then here's my thing. Men, have a backbone. Stop dating women. Oh, you're not my dad. I'm not getting led by you. Why are you still with her? The moment a woman shows you and tells you you cannot lead her, what are you doing? And she doesn't want to be led by you. And you guys will still actively date these women. And a lot of the times, I'm not trying to be rude. Let's be real here. 75% of women initiate divorces. But why are you guys marrying women who aren't even into you? Why are you guys marrying women who don't even see you as a future potential husband? They're just using you for money or because they're bored or whatever. And some women will marry you guys and they're not even into you. I'm not saying this to be rude or disrespectful, but it's like a pattern I keep seeing. I know men, some men, don't always have the same opportunities as women to like date and, have access and stuff. But don't let that make you be with any woman because you're lonely. Don't let that make you just hop into any woman's arms because, like I said, there's nothing worse than being with a woman who's constantly cheating. You're going to lose your mental sanity being with a woman like this. I wish there was more videos correcting people who cheated than videos going, well, this is what, no. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when men cheat, nobody goes, well, why did he cheat? So why the hell when y'all cheat, we're going to try to dissect? No, that you're grown, you're an adult. Keep your legs closed. I don't care if this is aggressive. Oh, you want a cookie, you're a mama, whatever. Cool. I'm trying to give you advice to help you in your relationship. What is the point of being in one if your legs are going to be spread for everybody? And then the worst part about it, y'all be cheating for the free? Selling your pee-pee for the free? Letting guys cream up in you for the free? That's crazy. Like I said, I wish that men and women would just get to a point where we would just stop leaving people alone who would cheat. The moment somebody cheats on you, leave them alone. Stop dealing with them. There's no explanation. We don't need to know why and all that. My biggest thing is, when did you do it? Well, it was with me. Cool. Get your stuff and you could go. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to belittle you. Nothing. I don't care. You belittled yourself when you opened your crummy legs. That told me you have no self-esteem. You don't like yourself and you're the worst person on earth and you got no loyalty. And guess what? You wouldn't be my future baby. If I was a guy, you wouldn't be my future wife. You wouldn't be my future mother's child. Nothing. I wouldn't want you. So start getting disgusted by these things. The more and more men and women lock it down and care about themselves, I wouldn't want a woman bringing me back anything either. Like I said, y'all, I stand for men and women being good people. Why are we actively cheating on people when we're grown? Yeah, I just don't like the way it's a big double standard. Women will get crucified. Men will get crucified for cheating. But now you watch videos like this and we're gonna, oh, well, why did she? I don't give a why she cheated. Guys, one of the biggest things with me is I do not respect cheaters. I don't think you understand. I don't respect it. What made you do that? What made you think out of all the decisions you could have made, that's what you're gonna do? Oh, my relationship's in shambles. I was going through stuff and you couldn't come closer to your partner. Why did you pick somebody you couldn't get closer to? Exactly the way your brain's all fogged up and confused. That's how I feel listening to this. So me personally, I wish that some psychologists like this lady, no hate to her, she's a beautiful woman. I do like some of her takes, but I feel like this is so enabling. It really is enabling. We need to get to a point where we start correcting people and stop doing this, because all it's doing is teaching women to keep doing stuff like this and that it's okay. You know what I mean? And like I said, cheaters know who to cheat on. Seriously, y'all. They know who to cheat on. They know you're going to take them back. That's why she was saying that. There's weak men out here who let women run them. That's what we call a simp. And there's men or women who let men run them. You know what I mean? And I'm telling y'all, there's no point of being with people like this. Especially, if you're young, you're wasting your youth being with somebody who's cheating on you. I'm sorry, y'all. I would rather be with somebody who actually loves me than force a relationship that's just not going to work. Like I said, y'all, I just cannot stand the fact that this video came out this way. I'm not trying to be like aggressive or mean or nothing, but I just don't like cheating. No one can ever sit me down and get me to understand that perspective. I don't give a shit. I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, because like I said, I've had talk to wigs. I have a mouth on me. I've definitely not been the best person or best partner, but I've never cheated and I'm not going to cheat. I feel like cheating is so dumb. I will just tell you, I'm not into you anymore. I'm not feeling this. You're not going to force me and hold me down by shackles. I'm also very secure with myself enough to know when somebody's not for me. If I'm not feeling something, I would never lead somebody on, because again, I look within and say, Taylor, would you want this done to you? No, I wouldn't. So I'm going to drop you. And if you feel that caliente in your pee-pee where, oh my God, I need somebody to, maybe we should get out of relationships. Maybe we need to work on that Jezebel spirit and close that mouth and put a shackle on that pee-pee, because literally, you can't control it. Y'all want to say men are loose with their stuff, but y'all are just as loose. Let's not act like OF isn't ran by a whole bunch of women. Let's not act like the main people that are doing OF and all the thirst traps and stuff aren't women. Let's really be real here. Let's not say men are the only lustful ones, because women cheat a lot as well too. God bless you guys. Have a good one.
Yeah, I think I get what she's saying. Basically, you keep on messing around with these types of women, get them out of your face quick, fast, and in a hurry. Your permissive attitude makes her think that she can just go out here acting a fool and you stay around with her, right? Nah, this is the boundary. This is how we do it. And if you think, oh man, he don't care, I can do anything that I want, which is more than cheating. It's moving around with your money, just staying out late with friends and all that other stuff. She thinks that you have a permissive attitude toward anything and everything that she does. So she's going to end up, oh man, I can be with this man and do this, and one thing led to another, and bop, 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 that sort of thing. So I get what she's saying.